Now, there are a lot of things involved with time management, of course, but really the key, the basis of it is having some kind of good routine, okay, which is not always that easy for college students to find because their schedules are so varied and lots of things happen, and it's just hard sometimes to get a good routine going. So here's one that, if you can do it, I really think is the best possible routine. And I call it the school day, work day routine. Okay. And so what we have here is a weekly calendar. I'm not sure how clearly this is going to show up, but you can see we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? 7 days a week. And we go from 6 in the morning, 12 noon, 6 in the evening, 12 midnight, back to 6 in the morning. Okay, so we've got 24/7 here, basically. And let's say, I'm just going to sketch in a few blocks of time here. Let's say these are your classes. You've got your Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes. Put a couple of those in there. Sometimes people only have Monday and Wednesday classes. Tuesday, Thursday. We'll put a couple of those in there. Maybe you've got something like a lab that takes up a little bit more time. I'll put in one more class. And obviously people have activities, or if you play a sport, or you have a job, or whatever. But let's say this is just a basic schedule. You have 4 or 5 classes, 2, 3, 4 days a week, whatever. Okay? And a big problem that I notice a lot of college students have is actually they have too much free time. There's all this open space that you have to decide what to do with. Okay, so the idea of the school day, work day routine is basically this. I'm just going to box this up, and let's say dinner falls somewhere in here around 6 at night. Obviously that could vary, but the simple idea is just that from the time of your first class, whether your first class is 8 in the morning, 9 o'clock, 10, 11, 12, whatever, until dinner time, for that block of time through the week, you basically just do not go home. Okay, so you go to campus or away from your dorm room to your classes, and instead of in these open chunks of time here, instead of going home, where usually students find that, oh, okay, I thought I was going to get some reading done, but really I ended up going to sleep or just messing around on the internet or playing video games or just hanging out. Instead, if you don't go home, you will be much more likely, say, to go to the library or someplace else where you might get some work done. And very often, simply being in some place that is not where you live makes all the difference. Okay? So if you're looking for a routine to follow, this simple idea of the basic middle of the day, before dinner period of time, just stay on campus, stay away from home, try and get the bulk of your work done in those times as opposed to at night when most people try and get most of their work done. Not that you won't still get some work done here, but if you make a start earlier on, you'll find that actually it's a lot easier to get more stuff done later on. And it doesn't work for absolutely everybody. Some students, their schedules just don't allow it, but I've found that students who do adopt this routine, it actually solves just about every procrastination problem that arises. So it's a really great routine to try.